Now that I'm in a point and place within my life that I'm starting to rub shoulders with some of the most influential people online, I've realized a theme that carries throughout every single one of these influencers, and that is fakeness. A lot of them are absolutely fake. They're posting things on their story, tailoring their lives to look happy and fulfilled and profitable, and they're monetizing your attention. But they don't actually think that. They don't actually live the life that they say they live online. I know this because I rub shoulders with these people and I see them. The other day, I won't say who it is, but someone very, very influential online, let's say. Um, I saw on his story that he was backstage at a concert and then walked out with a very, very, very prominent musical artist in New York. And then I saw him in the elevator. And I'm like, dude, I know that you weren't there because I'm looking at you. Unless you cloned yourself, you weren't there. But they want you to think that they're living some extravagant life. That's just not the case. These people are broken. They're broken. And you don't want that. Get good at doing something and then get admired for the thing that you got good at. I don't care if you want to be a chef. Be the best damn chef you can be. Spend 10,000 hours creating the most scrumptious, most elegant, and beautiful dishes, the pieces of art that you can eat. Be the next Anthony Bourdain, but don't just seek fame for the hell of it because you'll be an empty shell of yourself just walking around through living your life and you'll have nothing to show for it. You'll just be miserable. Even if you actually get it, let's say you obtain this, you won't be happy. You'll be miserable. You don't want that. All of these social media people are fake as fuck. I would think I'm the only real one left. I think that I am the only real person on YouTube. One of them. Because I show you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And that, I think, is what separates me from the pack because I'm consistent and I'm honest. People need that honesty because everyone's lives are sticky and messy at times, and it makes them feel good to know that your life isn't perfect either. You're out here conquering the world, but your life isn't perfect. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, and things happen throughout your life. You lose things. You might even lose yourself, but it's important to stay grounded. That's why whatever it is that you want to become or do or achieve in your life, you have to set your intention. Now, this is not some Tony Robbins seminar. In fact, I'm giving this information for free, so you don't have to go to your local Barnes& and Noble and buy a book. This is the honest truth. You have to set your purpose and you have to follow your purpose because without it, you'll have no reason to wake up and keep doing what you're doing countlessly each and every single day, day in and day out. You work tirelessly. For what? You have to set something as the cement, the foundation for why it is you do what you do. For me, my life has not been easy, and I'd like to say that I'm just now starting to figure things out, but I still don't have this thing figured out. I don't think anyone has this thing figured out. The second you think that you have life figured out is the second that you realize that you don't have it figured out, and you choose to let go. You choose to stop worrying. And most people reach that in a retirement home right before death. It's sad, but that's the case. That is when they realize that they can't control their own lives. Now, you can influence your life, but things will happen to you throughout your life that you have no control over. And so, what do? You just have to give in. Do the best you can and realize that you're human and that no one's life is perfect. All of these influencers and famous TikTok celebrities and YouTubers and Instagrammers, all of these people are just selling you a lie. They're lying to you. They're wanting you to believe their hype. And sadly, it's working. It's working. But you're not getting anything from that. You're not getting anything from a YouTube video that is just a famous celebrity or TikToker doing pranks. Yeah, it turns your brain off, but is that beneficial to society? And maybe I'm a hypocrite, but I'd like to think that what I'm doing is at least helping people. Now, there's nothing wrong with entertaining people either, guys, and however you make your money, I completely understand. It's a hard world out there. Making money is difficult, and if you've found your niche, then stick with it. But I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't do something that was greater than me as a little human being. You have to put yourself out there and actually strive. Just run, sprint towards that purpose. My purpose is hopefully helping you guys. I don't know everything, but I plan to share my life on here. I've cried with you guys. I've laughed with you guys. We've made jokes. I've acted silly on here in ways that could really, really detriment my reputation. But I don't care because it's me. And if anyone has anything to say, then they obviously don't know me at all. And that's fine. The rule is 20% will hate you, 20% may love you, and the rest of the people are going to be completely indifferent. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I just don't want to see another kid go down the road of wanting to be famous just for the sake of being famous because it's empty and it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's lonely. It's demasculating at times. You get bad social anxiety because you have people coming up to you admiring who you have pretended to be online, and you feel isolated because they don't actually know you. They know that perfect version of you that you pretend to be, but they don't know you. And it's overwhelming and it's miserable. It's a dismal life to live, I'm sure. I've seen it firsthand. You don't want that. I suggest that you get really good at something and make sure that it's something that benefits the world, even if in a very small way. Any sort of impact that is positive is truly needed, especially now. The world is falling apart, right? That's what we read on the internet, that's what we see on the news. And so, if you believe that, then let's make it better. Let's work to make it better because that is what's going to lift you up. And honestly, if you want to know the real secret to gaining real fame, not just can I take a photo with you, but people coming up to you and saying, "You have changed my life. Thank you." That only comes from giving yourself. You have to give value to others. Give people value without expecting anything in return. And then, and only then, will you reach a level of fame and admiration that doesn't feel empty, shallow, and disgusting. You'll actually get benefit out of this whole social media thing. And you're going to give people keys to life and advice and value. It's all about value. If you can offer someone online value, you will always win. In the world of attention that is the internet, you have to create an immense amount of value for your listeners, for your audience, your viewers. If you don't do that, then you're going to be miserable. So find out what you're good at, find out what you love, even if you're not good at it, and work towards it. And after a lot of hard work, you'll eventually get there. No one sees the process. No one sees that I'm posting every single day amidst living life, guys. I'm not just a YouTuber. I do other things. I have a job. No one will see that. When I get there on my 1,000th video, or however long it takes, 13,000th, people will look at me and they'll say, "Wow, that guy is so lucky." But was it luck or was it hard work? Was it perseverance? Was it dedication? Was that what it was? Interesting. They'll never understand. My girlfriend the other day, she got a little upset at me, slightly aggravated. She said, "Do you honestly have to create a video every single day?" And I thought about it and I looked at her and I said, "Yeah, I do." She said, "Why? Why?" And I responded with this, because other people are not doing it. That's why. Other people aren't doing it. They're lazy. They don't care. That's what's going to differentiate me from other people. And it's true. You have to show up. Show up for yourself. But make sure that what you're showing up for is something that's going to leave a positive, long-lasting impact. Not just for yourself, but for others. Then and only then will you actually have a shot at becoming popular and maybe famous.